We've done hard times before. And God is not a theory. God is not a theory. Jesus is here. That light, that love, that human experience of it. It's right here and it's waiting. It's just here. Hi, my name is Janine Urbaniak Reid, and I'm an author. I write about my imperfect life, what connects us, and what it's like to love fiercely in a sometimes dangerous and always uncertain world. My son Mason was diagnosed with an inoperable brain tumor when he was 10. That was 13 years ago now. And at that moment, our family entered the unpredictable orbit of this tumor. It did control our lives in a lot of ways, even though we really tried hard to make things normal. When Mason was 13, he had a massive hemorrhage in his brain tumor and had to learn to walk, talk, and eat all over again. This is a time where I, learn how to live when a crisis is piled on a crisis is piled on a crisis. And all through this time too, Mason wasn't my only child. I had two other children who I love dearly. So how do I cut myself into pieces? How do I meet everybody's needs? How do we survive? Somehow we did. How do we cope with hard times when they just won't let up? And not only won't they let up, when you just don't even have a time to recover between incoming hits. And again, I do have some experience in this. And the first thing I would say is that God isn't somewhere else. I think I had this idea that if I were faithful, if I had the right kind of faith, I wouldn't feel these really human emotions. Certainly there was joy, unexpected joy, but being faithful meant feeling really emptied out and not giving up sometimes. So that would be my first thing. God is right here. God is not somewhere else, that God can fill the abyss just like God fills the sky. Secondly, just for today, all we're doing is this day right here. My mind, I'm a worrier, or hopefully a recovering worrier. Don't know, some days are better than others. But there's this illusion that if I worry enough, that somehow things are going to turn, I'll get a handle on it. Like I'll think of a strategy or an angle, but some things are beyond our control. So I have to bring God in. And what that means is asking, just show me what I can do in this moment. Just show me what the next right thing is for me. Oftentimes this means calling a friend. And that's been really important to have a support group around me, to cultivate that, to be that for other people. Friends remind me that I've done hard before, and that we're doing it together. There's a lot to be said for knowing that we're not alone. So just for today, our worries do not have superpowers, but we don't need superpowers. God is good and God is here in this moment. Self-care is not selfish. It is selfish for me not to take care of myself, to bring my most exhausted, worn out self to my family. So, again, I need God constantly. This is probably the biggest lesson I got from living in crisis for 13 years, is to just over and over believe that this loving presence will inform my thinking. God, help me right now. What can I do in this moment? Maybe I need to drink a little water. Maybe I need to get up and walk around the block. Maybe I need to call a friend. I cannot stress enough reaching out and asking for help. Now, in the midst of crisis, in the midst of one thing piling on the other, is not a time to embrace the myth of a perfectly immaculate house, unless that makes you happy. But then again, I just have to let go of impossible standards towards myself, towards other people. So gentle and steady, take breaks, ask for help. Every profound growth period in my life, spiritually, specifically, has come with me saying that simple word, help. I don't know, help. And sometimes, naps are good. And, again, it's a marathon. And it seems to be that's just what we're here for. We're here for a marathon. So we need to drink a lot of water. We need to eat some healthy food. And naps are good. My favorite, among many favorite Bible passages, Philippians 4. Don't worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything. Everything. In everything you do, by prayer and supplication, let your needs be known to God, and be sure to thank Him for His answers. I just have resigned myself to this. I will never be someone who embraces uncertainty. Oh, yay, exciting. It's like a roller coaster. Yahoo. No. Give me safety, give me insurance, give me assurance every single time. But that does not seem to be my fate here on this earth. So again, if I had one adverb to describe my prayer life, it's constantly. It's inviting God in. It's inviting the love of God in. Infinite power, infinite love, infinite wisdom, constantly. I don't understand why things happen the way they do. Even on my most painful days, especially there, God has shown up for me. I've been able to tap that inner resource that I call God, that connection that I call God. And I'm not unique. I don't have any superhuman powers. If I can do it, other people can do it too. We can get through hard times. We can even, again, especially when we don't feel like we can do one more thing. So I want to read you something from Jesus Calling. It's an excerpt from May 24th. The passage goes like this. Bring me your mind for rest and renewal. Let me infuse my presence into your thoughts. As your mind stops racing, your body relaxes, and you regain awareness of me. The awareness is vital to your spiritual well-being. I just think it's important we hold ourselves up, each other up, and that's what I need it every day. I need to seek God every day. And like I said, constantly, it's my job every morning to say a little prayer, to say, God, how can I be helpful to you today? Though the circumstances may not be, and often aren't, what I've ordered, which is that everybody be safe, protected, no incoming from the outside world I can't control. Well, it's just not ever been true. So when I free up all the energy spent on that, God, how can I be helpful today? How can I be useful in these circumstances? How can I let that love, your love, flow through me to the other people in this world when our world, it's what we need.